So this video will be on Schubert's Impromptu Opus 90 number 2. So this piece presents some problems in scale playing and making it interesting. There's a lot of just straight triplets I think this piece starts off with 3 pages of non-stop triplets. So we need to find a way to organize it and to play it. So the first thing I will just play it for you to kind of give you a frame of reference, and then we can talk about some strategies to learn this piece. Just go there till now. So the thing to think about again is the grouping. So when you're starting out, fine fingering all based on where your thumb's going to be. So here I would start with this block. Alright? And then so forth, all the way down to E flat scale until we get to this chromatic stuff. It's going to look something like this. Until we get these leaps. And back down. So those would be our blocks. The next thing to remember is that our blocks do not correspond to the meter. So I would practice making sure you can articulate the meter per beat or per quarter note, like this. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Making sure that you don't over rotate or cross and do something like this. Something like that's going to sound very ametric and very unorganized. So make sure you're aware of that. The next thing to do is, once you have per beat or per quarter note, is to think about per measure, so that we have kind of this cyclic effect of 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, like this. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, like that. Okay, the next thing that I would like to consider is the phrasing and harmonic structure of the piece. Those two elements go hand in hand. So I'm going to play a harmonic reduction that's also going to correspond to the phrase structure. So we have 2 4 major phrases. So I'll count it. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then it starts over. So if you can have an ear for that underlying structure, it's going to kind of break things up and give you something else to listen to than just straight triplets throughout. So listen to it with that in mind. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Like that. Okay, the next thing I want to talk about is rotation. So when you're organizing this, you need to be very specific in your change of directions, how you're going to navigate those. Because if you're just doing straight scale, you just navigate your crosses and you go down and back up. But this is a little more intricate because we have, some chromatic notes. We're going back and forth. So I want you to think every time you have a change of direction, you need a preparation in the opposite direction. So for example, at the beginning, don't think of starting straight down, because then you're going to have to prepare that way. So I like to think of a rotation this way is going to prepare me to go that way. Like that. And then on the crosses, think about a rotation going this way. So don't think about rotating that way. It's actually rotation this way. So thumb, rotate this way, rotate that way. Alright? And then this engage this rotation rather than just this, because this can get kind of gummed up. This, I think, this rotation will free your hand up and allow you to get through that passage. The next thing is here on rotations on these leapy passages here. Again, preparation in the opposite direction that you're going to leap to. Rotation. Okay, so then we just need to apply all those elements together. So I would first get the right hand down, work out good fingering, work out your rotation, and then put that with the left hand. Now another note on the left hand is that Schubert is very specific. He has two different accompaniment patterns. So he starts off doing this. And then he changes to quarter note and half note. So listen how that changes, the accompaniment pattern changes. I feel like the separated accompaniment pattern kind of anticipates what happens later in the piece when he goes, right? So I kind of like to plant that seed before we get there, that we can give the listener kind of an idea of where that came from. So it's kind of maybe a classical idea to unify your themes together that way. So there you have it. You have scale playing, phrase, and harmonic structure, and then learning how to combine all those elements. So I hope that was helpful. Thank you.